Supreme Rising family. How are you this beautiful evening? I'm doing great. So glad to be here to touch bases with you guys. I wanted to come on and do a message on Nueromelanated family and our health. And I wanted to start out first by asking you guys to click like on the video and share the video so that more people can see it. I want to get that out there, and then I'm going to not tarry long because I want to jump right in. I hope you guys had a beautiful day. I had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Busy day, but wonderful. And I have been anticipating coming on to talk about the neuromelanated health. It is one of those topics that is very, very, very important to me. I am increasing my library, and I have several books here too that I'm going to share with you. But before I jump really into it, I want to start out by saying welcome to my new subscribers. I thank you so much for coming aboard. And I hope that I can share something that will continue to resonate with you. I plan to. And if you're here, you are very much appreciated. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. And as you know, I'm sure you know by now, this channel is all about the advancement of the neuromelanated family, our family, and as we continue to rise in this ascension process. So again, thank you for coming aboard. And so I want to get right into the topic of this video. What's been on my mind these last few days actually, is I've been kind of thinking about how many lies that Babylon has told us in referencing how to eat, how to medicate ourselves, how to keep ourselves healthy, basically. And the first thing I want to mention is to let you know or remind you that every testing that they did, the basic testing to help with the health of the body, has been tests to really help the white people's bodies, actually. They don't do testing. Only time they do testing for us or on us is if it's for something that they're going to benefit. Now, if they're researching to find out how our body works, they've done tons of experiments on our bodies to find out how our bodies work, our mind, from head to toe, and to find ways that they can benefit from our bodies. Of course, they do those experiments. They've always done those experiments. But as far as if they're trying to determine how to keep the body healthy, they are focused on how to keep the Caucasian body healthy, not our body. So a lot of what you'll find throughout this system when you're researching health information, it's going to be based on the basic common, usually the 40-year-old white man. A lot of their research is the model is the 40-year-old white man, or, in that area. Okay, but it's not us. So a lot of the diets that you see through the years that you've seen, and, you get the diet plans and all of this different information that we have gotten for centuries and centuries is based off keeping the white man healthy and the white race healthy. So I say that also to say that then common sense, if you're using common sense and critical thought, then you're going to realize that they are not focusing on us. So what we have to do as a people, we have to start digging in ourselves and researching to first of all find out how our body works, the biology of our bodies, the biology of our mind, head to toe, and figure out, what is best for our bodies. Because contrary to what we've been taught, we are not the same. We are not the same. And they use DNA when in terms of their bodies. We have DEA, deoxyetheric acid. So, and that's just one thing. There's in so many ways, we are totally different from them. And as far as biology, there's a certain diet that we're supposed to eat, that's totally different from their diet. They taught us that, we all have the same diet. That is a lie. We're frutivores. We should be eating fruit. We should be taking in H3O. So our bodies are totally different. We're sun people. The sun is our medicine. We don't have to eat as much, one meal a day and we'll do fine. Hell, we can live off of water, H3O. So our bodies are totally different, and there's so much more, entailed on this topic. But I am going to share some books with you to help you understand and begin to dig in to learn about the things about our body. Now we have some basic anatomy. We all have a heart, we all have a liver and kidneys, but when it comes to the maintenance of our bodies is not the same, and that is a fact. There's so much information that's out there now, guys, that can teach us the truth about this, and I challenge you to dig in and get that information, because many of our people have lost their lives, become sick and crippled and all kinds of things, because we were not feeding our bodies properly. And it's in some ways because we were told a lie. We were given the wrong information, lies. And so it became detrimental to us. So, but I want to share these books that I have, and there's so many more, guys. And I do a book of the day every day on YouTube, and many of you guys are following me because I do get feedback. And I also do a book of the day on my Instagram channel at Layla Awake. So I have a very extensive library. So guys, check it out and look at these books and look at the reviews, because you can very well get a lot of help from this knowledge that I'm putting forth. So let me share these books, and like I say, some of it is basic information, but then we'll need to tailor it to the neuromelanated body. And so the thing about that, and I'm still looking for more books that are tailored to us, but I'm going to share with you what I have so far. And then guys, start getting out there, getting that information, because our health is our wealth. And still there are people out there that don't realize that we are very much, again, different as in terms of biology than other groups. So let me share some of the books with you that I have, and I want you guys to really dig in and see what else you can find out there. But the first book is called The Eastern Body, Western Mind: Psychology and the Chakra System as a Path to the Self. So understand, and many of you already know, that we should be focused on our health in a holistic manner, not just any certain body part, holistically. And that's one thing that I don't like about the system is they don't really focus. I mean, you can go to a physician and the physician is not connected to, your basic, regular physician, and they're not necessarily connected to other physicians that are specialized, and some doctors, will take it upon themselves to, get connected if you have some other ailment that you may be being treated for. But a lot of these systems are not connected in the way that they should holistically. That's one thing. And then the other thing is, medicine is chemicalized. So we got to get back to our old, original ways of maintaining our health. And we're going to be forced to, guys, with the things that are coming on this planet. And so no better time than now to get to doing it. But again, this book, Eastern Body, Western Mind, I'm going to let you look at the front page. And I said it talks about the psychology and the chakra system as a path to the self. They hid the information about the chakra system. We have a chakra system, and it is so a part of our health. And I want you guys to know that. Many of you already do, but start digging into understanding your chakra systems. Okay, there's like, I think the basic 7, but then there's chakras all throughout our bodies and other areas as well that we don't hear as much about as we do the basic chakras. But this book by Anna Dear Judith, and it says, in this groundbreaking book, Miss Judith brings a fresh approach to the yoga-based Eastern chakra system, placing it within the framework of Western thought. This book ties in spirituality, and it also focuses on psychology, your chakra, and the path to self-healing. So every part, there's no part in our bodies, like I say, from our head to our toe, that's not important. So whatever information you can get, it's all tied in, because we all, one body with different connections. So this is a very much just as important as any other book you may read. And I'm going to let you get a good look at it one more time. It's an amazing, amazing read that I'm about to get into. So look at the reviews on Eastern Body, Western Mind. The next book I want to share is The Unchained Life Manual. And I saw a brother talk about this book online, and I was listening to him, and I was getting so hyped up I couldn't wait to find this book. And I finally found it. I think I found it on Amazon. But The Unchained Life Manual, 16 biohacks to upgrade the body, the mind, and the spirit. And this is by, let me see, Benjamin W. Farley. Let me share a couple of the chapter titles so you can kind of understand. This is an amazing read. There's the first chapter is on distilled water. There's been a lot of questions about distilled water. I hear many people who are very intelligent, very powerful speakers talk about drinking distilled water. Then I hear some people that fit the same bio, and they say it's distilled water is not good. So this book is going to talk about distilled water. It's going to talk about increasing cellular voltage, endocrine system reboot, earthing, light therapy. It's going to talk about sound therapy. This is a really good book. The Cold Water Cure, Hydropathy. And I've been hearing bits and pieces about that, how cold water, how it can affect our health in a positive way. The Gut Brain Reset, Fluoride Bromine Detox, Bromine, the Liver Gallbladder Cleans. This is an excellent book, guys, and I'm going to recommend you look into finding this book, reading the reviews, and possibly purchasing it. The Unchained Life Manual, 16 biohacks to upgrade your body, your mind, and your spirit. Let me let you take a look at it again. Find this book, guys. I think you'll be blessed. I know you'll be blessed. There's no thinking in it. The other one is The Secret of Instant Healing, Healing Quickly, by Dr. Frank Kinslaw. I'm going to let you take a look at this one. This is another good book. Over the last few years, innovative self-help methods help convince many people of a new worldview. Quantum entrainment is the newest development in this area. It works with gentle touch that quietly activates the autonomic nervous system to spontaneously and naturally create an atmosphere in which deep healing can take place. So over a period of time, mainly from traumas of different kinds, the nervous system can become impaired. And so this book, The Secret of Instant Healing, is a good source for helping to heal the nervous system. Your mind, your thoughts, understanding who you are, understanding quantum entrainment, preparing to heal, feelings and you feelings, how to heal in steps, psychological healing. This is a good book. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you see it again. Look into these books. They're treasures, guys. I promise you. They are treasures. The Secret of Instant Healing by Dr. Frank Kinslow. Look for that book, guys. This book, an amazing, absolute amazing read. The African American Slave Medicine, Herbal and Non-Herbal Treatments by Herbert C. Covey. This is some old material, guys. Let me let you look at this book. This is a must-have. Let me see. African American Slave Medicine by Herbert Covey is a concise and cogent treatment of the enslavement of African people and of herbal, how do you pronounce this word, pharmacopoeia in the United States. The text makes an important contribution to the expanding field of slavery and medicine, covering the areas of American history, African American studies, and the history of science and medicine. This book here, it's an old book with a lot of good ancient information. And if you look like me, and most of you watching, I'm sure, look like me, you want to get this book. Dig in and research it, look at the reviews, and consider adding this to your library. It's a good one. Another book is Menopause and the Black Woman, A Guide to Wellness for African Americans. We're still using that term when actually we are indigenous Americans. But this is the name of the book by April S. Lilly, a sister. A lot of these books, our people wrote them. So take a good look at that book. And that was one of the things that prompted me to start talking about this is the menopause, black women, so to speak, black women in menopause, and how they gave us they've offered us what they say we need to control and heal menopause. And again, our bodies are different. So they're not telling you, okay, for neuromelanated people, this is better for you, but for Caucasian people, this is what you need. They're not doing that. They're giving us one straight medical advice, and and that's not good for us. Okay, and the priority for them is them. So we have to do our own research, guys. So consider looking into purchasing this book, Menopause and the Black Woman, especially if you're approaching menopause or you're in menopause. And if you're not, then eventually you will if you are a female. But again, Menopause and the Black Woman, A Guide to Wellness for African Americans. So, and as we look into purchasing a lot of the books that I have, they're written by Black authors again. And so we're supporting them every time we purchase their material. So I feel good about that. This is an old book, and it's a very popular book in some places. But it's called How to Eat to Live. This is book number 1 by Master Fard Muhammad. From God in Person, Master Fard Muhammad, by Elijah Muhammad, Messenger of Allah. This is an excellent book. I've read a lot of Elijah Muhammad's material, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He writes some really good stuff, guys. He does. We can't let religion get in the way of getting what we need, okay? Keep that in mind. If it's something that is in it that we can benefit from, and he writes some wonderful material, wonderful medicine for us. So this is one that I would advise you to consider purchasing. And in here you will learn too. One thing I know that is in this book, it tells you the right way to eat. And so that you know, we don't need 3 meals a day. 3 meals a day is too much food, guys. I'm going to say that. I yell it to the top of the hills. That is too much food. That actually overworks our system, digestive system. It is absolutely too much food. And they knew it was too much food. That's why they advised us to eat that way. But that you're going to learn how to eat in this book. And you're going to learn so much more. Food suggestions. He's going to teach you about the pig, the swine. You know he's going to talk about that in this book. 1 meal a day. And I've been eating one meal a day for a very long time. So he's going to talk about that. Beware of starchy foods and sweets. And our big problem is eating too much and eating too often. And he is so right. Oh my goodness. Y'all got to get this book. If you don't have it already, get this book. Amazing, amazing material. I have one more I'm going to share with you. And this is something that I didn't realize until the last couple of years. I had no idea how important how we breathe is to our health. Now, I take that back. I may have heard some things over the years, so maybe I did have kind of like an idea, but I just didn't know, how important it is as I do now. This book called The Science of Breath by Yogi Ramacharaka. I'll let you see it. The Science of Breath. All these books, by the way, came highly recommended to me before I purchased them. So I get a lot of book recommendations from different people. And then I see, watch some of the videos I watch where they do book reviews. I always take notes and I go and look into the information. So most of these books, I didn't just go and find them. These were books people have already read and talked about them. And, either shared them or I just seen them, people that just, how do you say it? They talk about them, or either they do book reviews. I'll just put it like that. And I saw the reviews, and then I went and did my own research. As always, I always recommend you do your own research. So all of these books came highly recommended, and they are definitely amazing. The Science of Breath. Breath is life. Life is absolutely dependent upon the act of breathing. We do know that. Thus does Yogi state in positive, unambiguous language the importance of breathing and how we breathe. Expostulating, it's not a word I see often, upon the vital importance of breath to physical and spiritual well-being. The Science of Breath is a comprehensive guide to the philosophy and practice of breathing techniques. This is a good book, guys. And if you have not gotten into the study of how we should breathe, the study of breath, this will be a good time to do it, and starting with this book. Again, Science of Breath. An amazing, amazing book. And, I shop for books all the time. And, of course, I'll read 3 to 4 books. I'll be in the midst of reading 3 to 4 books at one time, according to which read I want to focus on and which night. But a lot of my books that I've read a lot of them, and a lot of them I still have not read yet. But I thumb through them and I get information, when I first get the book. I always thumb through them so I can have enough information, on top of the information I got before I even bought them, and so I can talk a little bit about them, or either I've read them and can talk about them. But I'm going to always bring books on that I have a little bit of knowledge or extended knowledge, so you'll know that I'm not just showing you some books. These books I have really, looked into and found them to be very, very impressionable. And that's why I would recommend them for you. So, but those are books that's tied into our health. And there's so many more, guys. I could be here all day because I got tons of books, even on that topic. But I'm going to advise you guys to start digging in to learn more about the biology of our bodies, our biology, how we're made up, our anatomy. And so you can understand that we're different. Do not do not think that any book you purchase on anatomy is going to necessarily, refer to us. That's not necessarily so. Guys, you got to understand that our bodies are made unique. We're fearfully and wonderfully made, and we're different. And we're amazing. We're made amazing, but we're not like everybody else. So we can't just go pick up any old book and think that we're going to get all the information that we need, as far as our health. So keep that in mind when we're searching. I used to have a library full of health books, and I found out more recently that a lot of those books wasn't working for me. Just a lot of information in there that was not applicable to us. And so in this now time where we're learning a lot of stuff about things that they lied about to us for years, that is the one thing that they really just whole big lie, total big one. And this is our health. Our health is our wealth. So we must take this serious, and we must get serious about it and start getting the information that we need and start practicing the things that we need to do so that we can be healthy from our head to our toe, holistically throughout our whole bodies, body, mind, and soul, physical health, and everything. And so I wanted to come on and talk about that today because it's been pressing me. It's been on my mind, and I know how important it is. And if I'm thinking about it, some of you may be, some of you may not, but I want to put it on your mind so you can get serious about it. And that's why I'm here today. So I thank you so much for coming on and listening and taking the time to sit through the video, and definitely those of you who are still here that stayed through the whole video. I appreciate you for that. I'm going to ask you one more time to like the video and to share the video so others can see it. I appreciate you. And I'm going to prepare to sign out. I'm going to say Assalamu alaikum to you. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe, as I always say. Peace be unto you. Get some sun. Hug somebody, guys. Always somebody out there that needs a hug. And I thank you so much. Love you to life. And until next time, guys, I'm going to say bye-bye.